How is everybody doing? Nomad here. In today's video, I wanted to showcase some items that may or may not be implemented into the game. Now, you've already clicked on this video, but I'm going to give you guys a quick spoiler warning really quick. This is not going to spoil anything that has to do with the story. This is going to spoil specific items that may or may not be introduced in the game. Again, this is all speculation, so we'll have to see. Really quickly, guys, I appreciate all the love and support you guys have given the channel so far. Drop a like on the video. It really helps me and the channel grow, and subscribe for more Sons of the Forest. We're still on the road to 5,000 subscribers. We are almost there, but let's get straight into it. Where all this information came from is some artwork done by Malti Resenberger. Now, my pronunciation is probably horrible, but this is one of the primary artists that worked on a lot of the assets, if not most of them, for Sons of the Forest. I will link his artwork and his portfolio down in the description so you guys can look at it. But if we take a look at some of the categories in his portfolio, some of them are specific to melee weapons, specific items, usable items, whether it's just random assets in the world. But right now what we're taking a look at is firearms, and one of the firearms showcased is the rifle. Now, I know there are some videos out there where people are actually spawning this in and things like that, using mods or using the console commands. I am not going to do that. I'm not going to showcase that kind of stuff. I'm just going to do based off of artwork. I don't want to spawn the weapon in. It's not finished. EndNight doesn't want us to see it or use it, so I'm not going to do that. But most of these assets that you see in the portfolio exist in the game. Now, here is the rifle. It comes with a beautiful scope. It absolutely looks fantastic. Now, I know there's a rifle and an air rifle in the game. This is the actual rifle. Another thing that we can see about this rifle is we look at a few inventory photos, we can actually see high caliber rifle rounds in the location where your ammo would be in your inventory, which is absolutely fantastic. Knowing that these exist, they probably, and I'm pretty sure they will be implemented in the game, which is sweet. Another really cool thing, since we're talking about the rifle and just in general assets and things that they're eventually going to bring in, the artist made a render of potentially what the weapon rack is going to look like in game. This thing looks beautiful. It looks like a modern version. Now, I haven't seen this asset anywhere else in the world, so I'm assuming this is what we're eventually going to be able to build. Maybe it's going to be a 3D printed item. I don't know, but this would be super fantastic if this was implemented into the title. Now, since we're on the route of talking about the inventory, I wanted to go over a few shots that look absolutely beautiful. Now, in this photo, the inventory doesn't look like what it looks like currently in game. But, you know, things could change. Maybe this was an early day concept, or maybe the concept we currently have in the game is going to change to this concept. We don't know that yet. If you look at it, you can see the rifle. We can also see the chainsaws in a different location. But what is fascinating about these photos is you can see the climbing axe, which was originally in the first game. So the climbing axe is probably going to be brought back, which means, as we know, cave systems and new caves are going to be implemented into the game, which is fantastic. Now, can we use this climbing axe to just scale regular mountains, or does it have to be a specific prompt area like the first game? We don't know. We'll have to find out. You can see a drone, which I know a lot of people have talked about. We've known about this since the beginning of the development. There potentially will be a drone, as well as we see night vision, and we see a VR headset. What is this VR headset going to be used for? I don't know, but as we know, the story and the title revolves around this great VR headset, as well as interdimensional travel, as well as some people have speculation on the entire game as a whole is a VR simulation and it's not real, but I honestly don't believe that truth. But maybe it is, who knows? But that's just what I think. We also can see, which is cool, is from the first game, and what I've talked about before is quivers will be reintroduced, and we could see a quiver for the crossbow as well as the compound bow. You can see the quiver. It's like a modern quiver that you can use. Super awesome. It looks super clean. I like it. Again, these are 3D rendered from an artist, and these aren't actual in-game, but it looks pretty much like it was in the game. You know, another really deep perspective and thing that I always have talked about from the beginning, and you guys know what I'm talking about when I bring this up. You guys have seen it. Solar power. What does solar power mean? We've seen a guy building a log cabin in the snow with Virginia there. He's carrying a log, and there's solar panels not only on the ground, but they're also on the roof, which indicates to me that eventually they might allow us to use solar and electricity with our building, which would be absolutely fantastic. As we know from the first game, the chainsaws ran off of fuel. Now everything in this game is purely ran off of batteries. Everything's electric. From knowing this, we see that there's a flashlight in our inventory. Like some of the lights that you see down in the cave systems, there is one in the inventory. Now, those lights in the caves you can interact with. You can turn them on, you can turn them off. There's an email specifically regarding these flashlights. So I have an indication that eventually maybe electrical power will come in. Maybe we can start doing and implementing electricity into our builds, which would be absolutely fantastic. We can charge up the chainsaw, because if you see in this shot, the chainsaw has an actual battery pack on it as well as a charger, which we've seen these implemented in different parts of the world. We've seen them around where drills are and things like that. You know, the drill that just, the way they advertise it is it just works. That's simple as it is. It just works. And when we talk about the batteries, if we take a closer look at this next photo, we can actually see the charger and multiple batteries in the inventory next to the light, which is super fantastic. Again, this is just a render and this is just a concept. We will have to see if it's implemented. I think it will be. I think eventually we will get electric power. I don't know. We also have something that absolutely is fantastic. I don't know how versatile it's going to be. Maybe it's going to be super fantastic, but I don't know if I want to look through the screen at night where it's all green. You guys know what I'm talking about by now. I'm talking about night vision goggles. There are a render of it, and I think there also is an item ID for this. Like, people have spawned it in, like I've said before. But again, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go mod the game and start spawning items in that EndNight doesn't want us to see. This is just a quick recap of things I've seen from one of the artists who works on the renders as well as different things in the game. And I just wanted to showcase it to you guys. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you are anticipating any of these items. If you hope one of them gets brought in next update, who knows? We might see something next update. Maybe a new cave. Maybe the climbing axe is going to be there. I don't know. Another thing I want to talk about is under the melee section of the portfolio, you can see all the melee weapons we currently have in the game, but on top of that, the motor is considered a melee weapon. Now, we do know there's a brute cannibal that uses the boat motor as a weapon. Just a quick tip, guys, you can shoot the motor and it'll explode and kill everybody around in a radius. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a one-hit kill. Super fun to do, super fun to watch. If you haven't done it, try it out. We do know the cannibal can use this motor as a weapon. We've seen it. I've showcased it. I have kind of an idea that potentially we will be able to use either the already crafted boats that are around the island, maybe a blow-up boat, or 3D print or craft our own boat and attach one of these motors to it. Reason being, it's one of the items in the game that actually is an asset in the world that can be moved around. You see it being utilized. It's everywhere. I feel like it potentially could be a lootable item, but I don't know. I mean, your guy carrying around a motor in his bag, not really realistic. But again, I don't think I could carry a rifle, 4 guns, 1,000 sticks, 15 rocks, Calvin's eczema cream, as well as 35 berries of different variety and other things like that, as well as 75 million bolts and shit. I don't know, man. But again, guys, this is all speculation from one of the artists that worked on the game, from his portfolio. We don't know what's going to be implemented. Some of the stuff we've already seen, some of the stuff we don't know. But let me know what you guys think about all this down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, put a like on it. It really helps me and the channel more than you know. Subscribe for more Sons of the Forest. Again, we are so close to 5,000 subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. And as always, stay happy, stay hyped, and have a beautiful day.